Prosecutors have just revealed that YNW Melly was responsible for the murders of Sakchaser and Juvy. The updated evidence against him includes footage showing Melly unknowingly admitting to the killings. Shockingly, just 5 hours after the murders, Melly was seen dancing in a parking lot with
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! The dog still turned. Regardless of what happened, you already know.
They showed no sadness over the deaths of Sakchaser and Juvy. However, without his knowledge, Melly was being filmed once again, this time just 30 minutes before the murders. He was seen leaving the studio and getting into the back left seat of the Jeep, preparing himself, then waiting as Sakchaser, Juvy, and Bortland got in.
Excuse me, you're able to see? Yes? All right.
The official court documents state, the trajectory of the bullets, traveling from left to right in the vehicle, supports the claim that the shots were fired from the back left seat where Melly was seated. Even Juvy's mother confirmed that Melly was sitting there.
Can you state your name before we make the hearing?
Leon.
And are you related to one of the in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher son.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.
Prosecutors felt it was critical to share this new evidence as Melly approaches a potential release. According to media reports today, Melly's legal team is requesting to postpone his trial until 2026, citing serious concerns about his mental and physical health. He has endured conditions reportedly worse than death row for over 7 years. Many forget that Melly has spent the last 7 years behind bars, without a conviction. Prominent attorney Bradford Cohen commented, "When I handled this case 7 years ago, I said it needed to go to trial within 6 months. The state wasn't ready. The investigation was a mess. Witnesses were inconsistent, and speed was the key to winning, but the case didn't move fast enough. And that's what's left Melly sitting in jail without bond for over 2,000 days.
No, let me repeat myself. Mr. Devins has to make an informed decision about who he wants his lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's the Broward Sheriff's Office, but I can, as I said, I'm asking for, and then I'm asking for at least a day or two.
You can decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
The judge expressed surprise that Melly has been incarcerated for over 2,100 days without a conviction. In court, the judge stated directly, "Give your reasons for keeping Melly locked up, or I'm granting bond." Shortly after, Melly's mother shared an update regarding his potential release.
Just still praying. I know. I said I would I'll keep everybody updated with what's happening. I know right now we're waiting. So basically, the judge is going to do, I guess, a written order. So we're just waiting, and that order can come any minute, or it could come tomorrow. I don't know. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting. So everybody just keep praying, keep having faith. Tessa, I've been crying too. It's been a long time coming, you know.
Melly's legal team has submitted a new bond package. Now it's up to the court to decide whether it justifies his release. According to the proposal, Melly's attorneys have offered an unspecified bond backed by his record label, 300 Entertainment. If approved, Melly would be placed under house arrest, equipped with an ankle monitor, and monitored by 24/7's private security. The proposal appeared so convincing that one rapper remarked, "That boy Melly, coming home, might feel it." Melly's mother also stated they have strong evidence proving he is being mistreated in jail, which she says is a violation of his rights?
You saw Melly's statement just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
They then referred to earlier trial evidence, arguing that the prosecution's claim that Melly committed the crime inside the GP is false. According to GPS data, Melly was seen running down the street and hiding in a bush at the time of the shooting.
I think the part of him saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot them. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, and I'm hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Zach and Juvy? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
They followed up by reinforcing the theory of an actual drive-by shooting. During the original trial, it was confirmed that no firearm was ever recovered, which supports the argument that the weapon belonged to the vehicle responsible for the alleged drive-by.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this observation because I don't know what was used.
Okay.
As Melly's chances of release began to improve, prosecutors appeared to set a backup plan in motion. The situation became so suspicious that some began to question whether the Florida legal system was corrupt. Allegedly, deals were made with Portland and Melly's ex-girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton. Mariah had been hiding outside the U.S. since before Melly's original trial. She was scheduled to testify against him but never appeared in court, leading to her being listed as a wanted person by the police.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
Mariah reached a deal with the judge. If she agreed to testify in Melly's upcoming trial, she would be released, and that's exactly what happened. She later posted on Facebook, "Thank you to my village. I love y'all so much. God's plan, not mine." However, investigators uncovered disturbing content from her iCloud account, suggesting that Melly attempted to prevent her from testifying, an act that qualifies as witness tampering. That charge alone could result in a life sentence, even if Melly is not convicted of the murders of Sakchaser and Juvy.
Filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
The witness tampering charge is separate from the murder case, as Melly allegedly used jail phones to influence witnesses involved in his trial. As a result, the jail revoked his phone privileges. His mother, Jamie King, later gave an interview, criticizing the jail for not allowing him to make calls or receive his mail.
Son has not been convicted of anything. And even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail. They don't give it to him.
If it's true that Melly used the jail phones for witness tampering, then prosecutors likely have recordings of those calls. Would explain why he's been banned from all communication. They're probably holding on to that evidence for trial, since such a severe restriction wouldn't be imposed based on suspicion alone. But what could truly ruin Melly's chances is what Portland might do next. What many don't know is that during the first trial, Melly's lawyer already attempted to shift the blame onto Portland.
Those were his lines. Cortland Henry shows up at Memorial Hospital, Miramar. You don't see him sitting there, but where you will see him sitting is in the driver's seat of a car, 2 bodies, car, riddled with bullets. And when he shows up with a change of clothing, change of shirt, powder residue on his hands, evidencing that he had discharged a firearm. And he lies.
He lies about where the incident occurred. He lies about how it occurred. And he lies about not having the phone. I think it was Miss Bradley herself who said, everybody has a phone in the pocket, not Portland Henry.
Melly's defense claimed that Bortland misled investigators from the very beginning. He was the one who had firearm residue on his hands and was present with Sakchaser and Juvy at the time of their deaths. A forensic expert later provided additional details about the gunshot residue found on Bortland, further raising questions about his involvement.